on our screens. This is kind of exciting to see. Maybe they've crossed paths in a non-broadcasted match down in the depths of wherever they came from. Open Quals maybe had a bit of a go. MRC, you never know. But of course, we're going to see the Witnessing the Madness right here as group stage is kicking off. Still going. We're here at day 2 in MRI. It's going to be good. We're going to have a nice, beautiful picks and ban phase coming out right here between Vicious and Fury. It's going to be good. I'm seeing some Fantastics. I'm seeing some Lord Angelas. But where is the real Angela? Will you please step up? Probably not. Actually, wait a minute. No. Actually, Matt, Hell's Heaven. Wait, no. This is an Angela map. This could work. They could cook. All right, I'm keen. I'm keen to see it happen. But what we will definitely most likely 100% see is that Mantis ban. Now Mantis is banned. The item is banned. It's going to be the pseudo ban at the start. And then at the same time, Fury are going to lock in Adam for themselves. And of course, block it out for the Vicious. Spider-Man? Tell me more.
Spider-Man. I'm liking the potential here. You were talking about Angela coming through, and Spider-Man could be coming through as well. You know, thinking about the potential of getting those cheeky webs to pull them off the map. They could potentially combine around that Angela to find some of that off-map potential. So I can see the vision. I just don't know how to work in practice. But what I am seeing in practice is the ban over the strategists and the protector over the strategists there. So very eager to see how Adam will perform for Fury and how Ultron will perform for the Vicious here, as the next ban is going to be going to Fury right now, and it's going to be Emma taken away.
Oh, Emma taken down. Interesting to see how that's going to unfold for them. Looking now, as we know, in Ignite, there's always that 4th slot is the double ban. Both teams are going to ban at the same time. And this time, as we're going to see, ooh, Torch and Mantis. Okay. One Guardian down, one Fantastic team member down. Let's see who this final Protect is going to be for the Vicious. They've got Ultron locked in. Who is going to be that next Protect? I'm going to have a feeling well, obviously, Emma is banned for them, so they can't protect Emma here. Maybe the Magneto, just to guarantee they have at least one of the core Vanguard. Jeff! Oh, okay.
Ooh.
You know what?
This is a good map for
it. They cooked yesterday. Yeah, this is a great pick. That's a good Jeff pick. You know what? I'm down for that. Let's protect Jeff, but...
Oh, I love this.
Huge. That's huge.
They can't TP back to point. This
massive.
is actually really big from them. I think they played into this yesterday as well against Kanga, right? They played into a common Strange ban.
That is massive. A Doctor Strange ban here in Ignite is big. That's going to be very tough for the Vicious to be able to make those last-second saves right there. No portals online for them. Only potential to get a portal is if they bring out the Loki and copy the opposing Strange, but Fury's going to go out strong. They're going to lock themselves in Adam. Emma is online for them. Magneto's online for them. They don't have access to, of course, you know, quite a few of the higher tier of strategist picks, but nonetheless, still in a good position for them right now. Let's see how the rest of it unfolds. Got our bans locked in. We have our protects as well. Let's see where everybody's going to go, but I am excited to see some Ultron gameplay. That's going to be coming out from the Vicious, of course. Keen to see how that unfolds, but Ultron is also still available for Fury. They can bring out the Metal Madness. We didn't have Ultron in the last 2 maps, but we might have him now on the flyer maps, on Hell's Heaven. Let's see how it unfolds. I do know Nev is going to get very, very sneaky with those strange portals.
Yeah, they certainly will. And very excited to see how it all plays out as we check out some of the classic landscapes here coming in to the map ahead of us, and very excited to see what our players can cook up into this one. You know, who will be able to catch out KOs aplenty, who will be able to get the job done coming in this one, as it's all going to come down to this. All going to be prepped up to see what else might be unfolding into these beautiful landscapes. But Liger, the battle is about to begin. It's time to get back in time to start a domination, and let's begin.
Let's absolutely get it down to business on Hydra Charter Space right here. Hell's Heaven is going to be our first pick, rolling on in. Let's see how it unfolds. Big portal coming out from Nev in the midst of the vicious lineup right there. Riddle's having a bit of a tough time right now, but he sustained nicely by KB7 on the Luna, giving him some heals, giving him a reason to keep on going. And then on top of that, you're going to have Fury pushing on through, rotating right now. Both these teams are on opposite sides of the map right now. Their spawns are not behind them, they're in front of them. But let's see who's going to have fun contesting right now. Let's see who's going to get that first pick. Fluke drops a little low HP, but survives the fight. Riddle's just splashing over here, spraying and praying, hoping that they can get some value here, taking down Fury. But closer than ever to that, it's Jeff Ultimate at any moment in time. KB7 taking out Silver right there, and XLR falls, and Nev falls. That's 1, 2, 3 down from the Fury Global squad right there. Another pick coming through from Snipsy, chasing down the last straggler Nev, and I do believe Silver gets away, and that's going to be clean wipe for the Vicious right now. And of course, remember, they defeated them one way, but they're going to turn around because the spawn's the other way because of that portal at the start. But reset your position. Everybody's coming from the angles they should now. But let's see how it unfolds with the ultimates coming online.
Let's see how it all goes down, how they manage to push things to fruition here, as they are going to be holding us beyond the mission area, at least for the time being. But IX9 and Co are looking to start the show from the high ground here. Already trying to get some big hits through. Rage of Ultron are coming over the top there. Fate of Both Worlds going to be brought out in response, trying to see if they can propel their damage values. But Jet Time coming out into the Galactic Legend. A big boomer could come over from the Meteor. Oh, the damage comes in the end. A last second hit. IX9 finds one right back onto Riddles there. So it's the train of the Meteors. Agamotto popping around the back for Nev. A Karmic Revival. Ooh, does manage to bring Lyle back, but they're not going to be able to dial too much more. Well, yes, they will. Neb does come back for Villa and Co, and they look to start the show off stronger and stronger by the second. But it's time for the Feast of the Abyss from Jag to keep this mission area activated for the Vicious. Fury not going to be able to get it done just yet. Now they will, but really great job from the Vicious to build up that early progression.
Yeah, honestly, they had the massive flank there coming up from Jag that they put Fury Stratus in a tough position. However, patty cake action, they kept themselves nice and sustained, held it down from the Feast, and did not get picked off. Even though Fury used Karmic Revival and literally had the extra lives to keep the fight alive, the Vicious stayed formidable, formidable, I should say again, and they did hold it down in their position. But Ultron's in the sky, the rage's going off, Snips is getting angry, trying to make it happen. Big rage coming through, but it's time for Jeff. It's going to be Riddle's going to go in for the chop. We're going to wait and see where's Jeff going to activate, where's Jeff going to aim. It's a bit of a scoop. Unfortunately, nobody has Ned with a meteor to the face, but Ned gets the pick right there. Unlucky for Riddle's on the Jeff. Absolute LX9 dropping the meteor on them. Everybody's pouring on through. Big plays, big heals going out. Neb with the claps from the Luna right there. Keeping him sustained, putting the Vicious on the back foot. This does mean Fury had a good formidable fight here, played to their strengths, and they did, of course, manage to get their percentage up. And they're going to be matching Vicious's percentage in a couple more seconds, but Ultimates are online. I think Fluke is trying to get an angle right here, setting the mark directly onto Ned. And Son Inferno cooks on up.
It certainly does. Big hits there. Jag going to be taken down. Meteor M coming out from Alcazar though. Not going to be able to catch them this time. And Nev brings out the Eye of Agamotto. Fate of Both Worlds keeps them online a while longer. And they counter out with big damage of their own. Rage of Ultron from Snipsy. And they are going to be chopping them away. Oh, Karmic Revival. Not able to do much at all. Just as it rises up, it will fall all the way down. So they're not going to be able to cook up into this one. Villa at least does manage to come back. Well, not come back, as a matter of fact. They'll be back for a second and then straight back out. So great for the Stagger, I suppose, to keep percentage in favor of Fury, but the Vicious are going to take that right back, and they should be able to meet them at 92% very, very quickly here.
I like it. I like it, Messi. It's nice and competitive, back and forth. Everybody's trading percentage blocks after percentage blocks, and ultimates are going off just as well. Everybody's having their moment, but right now, who's going to squeeze that final moment and take this first round here? It's going to be interesting to want to see who's going to take the first round, moving into Hell's Heaven right there. We're going to see a wind-up of the Galactic Legend. That's going to be Silver going straight for Fluke. Are they going to get away? Oh, they try, and then they're caught out by the Galactic Legend. Big firepower right there. Shredding on in. Going to be met with a bit of an invis push right there. Taking out Alcazar, the Magneto, and Jag is on the back foot right now, getting clapped by Neb with the Luna Snow. They bring out the Feast of the Abyss right there. They do give themselves some sustain. It's Jeff goes for a month. There's another meteor. It goes down again. Taking out Riddles the second time. This is yo, Red Bull Villa.
My goodness, Spider-Man pulling him off the map and bringing out that big potential there. You love to see the last moment Spider-Man action. Looking to see more where that came from. Silver picks up a great KO on the Fluke. Looking to scoop it down. One on the Ultron as well. A good burst damage over the top. Iron Bangamoto popping in. Not able to shut down anything more from it. We are seeing the big boop. It's time for the Meteor. Hitting nothing, but it is going to be hitting everything for Fury right now. Utilizing the fate of both worlds to try and get this mission area over the line. The stagger coming out. Everybody's online right now. The damage is pumping up in droves, but they aren't able to zone them off the mission area yet. Nev, great frontal pressure here. Finally, they will take down Jag, and just like that, the first point of Hell's Heaven is in the bag. The Super Soldier Factory comes to a close, and now we've got to keep warm, keep cozy, because we're onwards to a frozen airfield.
That was gas. That was heat. I love that. That was absolutely so fun to watch. Everybody was going bang for bang right there. Especially all the meteors from LX9 absolutely flying into Riddles' face. Unlucky Jeff moment right there. Every time it was on time and marked directly for the fishy Jeff right there. But it was nice to see a little bit of the Fluke Spider-Man there. It did get value, but ultimately it's not going to be enough when it comes down to surviving and shredding through Fury's front line. So formidable. So much power is coming out from these Vanguards right here because they're being enabled. Neb and Exlal are the ones keeping Nev and Ixlan alive, but Villa is there as well. Even when they're down and out, Villa will bring them right back into fight. Massive value can come from Karmic Arrival. Speaking of which, is going to be online this next fight. That's also going to be matched with the Galactic Legend. And the Vicious aren't really close to any ultimates. It looks like Fury is going to have a portal play to get onto point nice and early. Let's see if the Vicious are just going to rush straight on. Let's have a look. Portal scouting.
Scouting ahead, looking to spread their reach right now, but they've got a tree to worry about. Alcazar going to be able to send them very, very far. Silver's out of here, and they're going to fire Magneto as well. So, good KOs coming in right now for the Vicious, and great healing in the back line there from their strategists, you know, KB7 or King Bob, formerly from Ground Zero, doing a lot of great work for their team there, and very eager to see what else they are going to be able to cook up here for the Vicious Slagger.
Okay, there it is, the work, making it happen. I just want to pay attention to the ultimates right now. We've got about 5 coming online for the Vicious. Probably the same for Fury. This next fight's going to explode. I'm going to assume a last stand from Flip is going to be what winds it up, tries to line it up after we get those strategies all out of the way. But Silver's going to start it up, wind it up right now, taking out Flip. That's going to be the big shredding coming forward right now. Can't see anybody in the boundary. Boundary perfectly set up by King Bob right there, making it happen. But there's a bit of a bout here. The doors meet each other on the sideline. So, oh, Silver! They shifted, drifted, and does manage to just send Simpsy back into their team for now. Maestro manages the line, hitting the pulse right there, trying to make it happen. Boundary set up, dance of the Lunar Smoke set up. Everybody's trying to hold it up, but somebody's getting down the neighbors. Somebody's trying to hit the impact of a Kraken. There's a big Agamotto, and it does manage to stun a couple of them. It seems the meteor can do it. It barely does it, but it's enough for Jag to get the final little peek there, taking out Silver right there. 51% and climbing for the Vicious right here. As TF Neb is there, keeping the dance up, keeping sustained. Last stand collects him. Neb taken out by KB7, putting in the work. But just when you think it's done, Fury's coming back. Fury's bringing them back. That's the Karmic Arrival in full effect right there. KB7 takes out Neb. That's going to be another one. The damage is just funneling in, and the Vicious are holding it down. They're so sustained right now. Fury on the back foot. Need to activate with an ultimate. The next thing online will be the Galactic Legend if they can make it happen, Massey. And there it is. Silver's going to be taken down. It looks like the Vicious are still winning this fight.
Yeah, still keeping it online for now. You know, the Karmic Revival definitely keeping Fury in contention here, but it only lasts so long. Nev will fall down once again. A good KO coming through there. Great isolation being activated by Alcazar there on the crew. Really just utilizing those walls so effectively. You know, the Thorn/wall coming up. Looking to deal some damage, isolate the lines of sight, and already they find the impact. They can get KOs through. We are seeing the Galactic Legend online though, trying counterattack into this. It's just not enough damage. Oh, poor Silver. They're trying so hard for their team. They just can't get it over the line. Maybe now's their chance, though. They're trying to isolate these fights and get the KOs in. Strangling Prison comes online right now. Luckily, they had the Fate of Both Worlds available, but I mean, Riddles has one in the same. Big Agamotto around the back, trying to launch the attack and not going to be able to smack it in. Meteor goes on to Villa. See ya later. The Vicious are trying to pump this one over the line, and they might just get it done.
They might indeed. Percentage is climbing. Fury's making it happen, but they're going to get Adam on the back foot. The Cocoon's done. The Vicious take it. They do indefinitely flip it up a little bit here on Hell's Heaven. Both these teams are cooking. All right, let's go. We got a competitive battle here on Domination, and it's all going to be decided at Eldritch Monument. Let's see who's going to take their first map in this series. This is exciting. I will mention, though, that little bit of a matchup between KB7 and Silver there was very interesting. I feel like Silver's majority of their ult was poured into KB7, and then, you know, now you see me, now you don't. KB7 just dipped out of there.
Get ready.
Honestly, hilarious moment. I'm not gonna lie. Just dipped out of there like, all right, thank you for pouring your ult into me. I'm gonna leave now. And in the same time, everybody did collapse into Silver, had a rough go. But time was of the essence. And Billa did pop Karmic Revival, bring their team back, but a Meteor to the face ends that for them right there. And it does allow the Vicious to just stay formidable. But I will say, the lineup is really good right now, especially for Domination. I think there's a missing element that Fury have here. Let's see if they bring it out now. Let's see if the change to Billa onto Ultra might be the key to that. Maybe Take It to the Skies might be the opportunity to handle this very versatile, grounded back to front brawl comp that they're running with the Wolverine and Fluke. Fluke on the Wolverine, I should say. And they go to the high ground for now.
See if it is all going to work out here as they hold their ground for the moment, waiting for the unlock on the mission area, but they are going to be met by the Vicious. Now taking the high ground for their own here, looking to zone things out before the fight can really begin. But great to see the Vicious are jumping straight on to the mission area here, not allowing an easy build-up of percentage for Fury. They don't want to allow that early control at all, but now strolling in, it's Silver, Galactic Legend online. Meteor M coming out from the Fury side as well, not getting anything from it. Invisible boundaries on both sides of the coin as well here, but not finding too much more than that. But speak too soon, it's Rage of Ultron into the last stand there. They trade 1-for-1, looking to catch even more. The Vicious are locked down on these picks here, and we'll see if they can find another KO through. They will.
Oh, big steal from Flip right there, taking him now. Nev right there. Nev did get a double KO there, but value's not in their favor. Wolverine goes in, flashes, dashes, and makes it happen for themselves right there. Starlight is pushing, going into the action. Another big pick right there. And just for Wolverine, just absolute menace going forward with Fluke right there. Just absolutely clawing in, and they do finally capture after a pretty long drawn out fight. Maybe in favor for Fury to have held that long, but Ultimate's online now. Agamotto could be big coming out from Nev, but at the same time Alcazar's ready with the Strangling Prison from the groups. Riddles, of course, online with the Fate of Both Worlds when the time comes, but a lot of passion can change the tide. Let's see how it unfolds. Goes to this next one. Looks like Silver's trying to get in position on the flank.
Could be good, could be great even, but we'll see what comes out of there. Sakamoto popping up top there, trying to get a bit of activation on the mission area. Whoa, Snipsy, big tracking there. Does track down a KO, traded out of the back by Billa. Rage of Ultron coming online as well. Might be able to save their teammate, not going to happen. Nev will fall. Going to rise up to more KOs as well. They have the last stand online, not even going to need it. As the Vicious will force them away from the mission area. And it's a big reset to come on the way of Fury right now. The Vicious, looking vicious in name and nature.
Oh, definitely. That is a force of nature right there with Alcazar. When it comes down to the massive presence that a group can have when unchecked, it would be wise to bring out the Wolverine if it's an option, of course. It looks like we're going to see someone flying high. Big levitation. Oh, that was a long-range drill coming out from the Berserker this time. It's going to be big coming out from Fluke. It does kind of seem like a disengaged last stand, which does bring them back to their team. It does mean the boundary's going to be popped up by XR, which means still... Oh, Silver! flying in, but it's going to be met by the Venn diagram moment as both Invisible Ones drop their ultimate right there. Big Strangling Prison right there. Big into the fate of both worlds. Armed and Dangerous. Not going to get the value that it needs. Stipsy does not get the resets they require to keep it going into impact, but Neb's there to keep him healed. Neb's there to dance it up. There we go, Floopy slashing. Trying to make it happen. Big Agamotto. Neb! Taking out Riddles and KB. That's going to be push charges down. It's going to be Stipsy that follows suit. That's going to be phase shifting coming out from Silver. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for the Vicious. And just when you thought they had that point, Fury brought it back and flipped the script. Oh my days, we are in again for another fiery domination round here. They just don't want to let it go. I love it.
I love to see it as well, Lager, you know, breaking in at the last possible moments there, going to instill so much value for them, and very eager to see exactly how much more they can get out of this one, as we are going to be swooping our way around the sides here. The Vicious are trying to sneak their way through closely towards the mission area here, ready to see if they can cook up something good, something great even, push their way in. But right now they are going to be revealing themselves into the light pillar, setting alight the Rage of Ultron and looking to do so much more. But all they can do right now is just stall it out and build up more percentage. But here comes the Vicious. They're back online.
Oh, big meteor. Oh, tactical with a hit in the wall, getting that AoE that does take out Silver right there. And another meteor fire, doesn't get the way that they need. Jag does get the meteor battle today, but it's going to be matched because Riddles is there clapping, aiming down directly at the Floop, at the power of the Wolverine right there, keeping them nice and sustained as they return into the fight. KB7 drops the boundary as well. Exile does it too. The boundaries are very effective right here. I've been saying all of today, Invisible Woman is the prime strategist right now. When Mantis is banned out, it's good to bring out Sue Storm and get fantastic with it. Bring out a bit of that Fantastic Force so you can maybe sneak in a torch as well. But on top of that, there it is. 72% of timing. The fight is going on. Big ultimate coming out from Floop, but it's not going to get the value they need as they're lasered and blitzed by Billa right there. Pushing on forward, trying to keep it going. Oh! A fire! Oh. Pushed away! The hero! King Bob pushes never away right there. KB7 dropping bars right there. Getting the Agamotto away from their team, buying them more time, but it does mean that Fury do still have point contention. 92% climbing, overtime's about to tick into high gear. But speaking of high gear, the Rage of Ultron is here!
It's here and ready to instill fear into their opponents, and we are seeing big damage come out from Floop as well. Managed to scoop up Nep there, now looking for more. We do have the fate of both worlds online. Floop forced to fall away. Galactic Legends coming out from Silver here, trying to get some of the picks around the back. They will be able to scoop up Snipsy there, looking for another. Ooh, they're getting closer and closer to it. Alcazar luckily staying up, thanks to Riddles there, but there's a big meteor on its way. Boom, right out the back. See you later. King Bob is out of here, and Floop could be one of the same as Silver. Just to hunt down more of that damage, but all the meanwhile, we see the Vicious have stolen the mission area, but Silver's not done yet. They're still pumping up the damage, pumping up the volume into this. They will not give up. They will not give in. The fight rages on. Ignite this one. It's time for the Kraken Impact.
And it's going to be impactful if the timing is there in the last 10 hits. So it's going to be a combination of both the Wolverine and the bucket. But the Agamotto freezes the Floop in the tracks. The Wolverine's down and out. Overtime's ticking down. Does anybody make it to contest from the Vicious? And it looks like Fury with a bit of a hard-fought bout. Take Hell's Heaven right here. And they do take map 1. What an excellent showing.
Oh my goodness. That was absolutely insane, Lager. It's like watching a race and finding that someone wins by a nose's distance. Just crazy to see how close a Rocket got to the mission area right at the end there, but they just weren't able to get it over the line, and Fury managed to take advantage by the skin of their teeth onto the domination map there. That is some competitive Marvel Rivals, folks. That is exactly what you want to be seeing out of the group stage here into stage 2. And what an insane showing, folks, from both of these incredible squadrons.
That was absolutely glorious. My goodness, that's what I want to see. Down to the wire, down to the final percentage, down to the final fight, down to the final ultimate. They kept it alive. Fury, just when you thought they were out, they did manage to, as you said, just sneak that point capture back, reposition the Vicious, commit their ultimates at the right time, get aggressive when the time came. It was big value. I feel like Silver, finally got that deserved MVP put in so much work, pouring so much damage in to Riddles, to KB7, trying to get the strategists down. When the time came, they committed, they made it work, they got the Wolverine, they sorted it out, and they got themselves that victory. Well played, well timed. Nev, Agamotto, shutting down Floop, who was absolutely thrashing on Wolverine, especially in those last few seconds. It really did stop their momentum, caught them off guard. Big, well-timed ultimates like that can change the game, and it literally did, and it secured Fury their first map in this series. They must be feeling, hey listen, Fury always know how to put on a banger first map. They did it yesterday, they've done it again today. Good on them.
Yeah, really big props to them there. They managed to take advantage on domination once again, albeit they had to fight super duper hard for it, and you can see the showcase of exactly what went down. We got a big highlights coming at you right now. Big plays, big boops, all scooping up. We are just sliding through these plays quick as lightning right here, right now. And you love it to see it. Goodbye to the Jeff time, and hello to even more from there. Snipsy, definitely a player to watch for the Vicious, but one and the same. You know, IX9 finding a big pops on the media round. Bloop doing some huge work on the Wolverine there, just isolating these KOs. It was just insane to see how well they navigated this one. But look at that, just potential reached in every way, shape, or form there, Liger, and you just love to see it. But, you know, one play that really stands out from me there, from the Vicious, is when we saw the Agamotto coming in, and then King Bob just denies it, says no, pushes it all the way back. That was just a peak right there.
That was absolutely peak. KB7 is one to keep an eye on, definitely. As we know, KB7 has been to land. KB7 was on the grand stage in the mid-season finals in Guangzhou. It was a good time. Hey, maybe that's the experience this team needs. Maybe just have somebody who's tasted that, you know, grand final glory, that final stage glory, that mid-season glory. It's a little extra edge that this team has. But Fury are fiery, and we're going to see more of it very, very soon. Let's cut to a short break. We'll be back with all the action and continue to map 2 between the Vicious and Fury. It's going to be a good one. Welcome back everybody to Marvel Rivals Ignite in Oceania. It's a good time here tonight on this beautiful, absolutely beautiful Friday night. And I am Liger, and I'm joined by the absolutely amazing Matsy. We are casting today. We're having a good time. Matsy, tell me, that map between Fury and the Vicious to start us off. Oh, amazing start to our second series today. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Couldn't agree with you more there, Liger. You know, we saw both teams take advantage of the mission areas there. It went 2-1 into domination, and there's going to be more where that came from. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of fun potential ahead of us, and very, very keen to see what else could be cooking up in to our next map on to the convoy section. You know, looks like we're going to Spider Islands. We're going to Tokyo right now, Liger, and I'm keen to see some potential there. You know what I do want to see? Penny Parker and Spider-Man.
I'll take yeah. Hey, maybe Venom, maybe the whole crew. Bring them all out, you know, at one point.
Yeah.
Was anyone else in the spider suit at one point? Maybe Torch, one comic, who knows? Find out. Anybody, the lore expert in the chat, tell me now. But besides all that, a good map. We haven't seen it in a while. I feel like I say that often. I haven't seen a lot of maps in a while. Too much of the same. Give me some variety.
Royal Palace. Yeah, bring it back.
Ooh, beautiful. You know what? I would also love to see another epic competitive bout between these two teams. That was so close. The Vicious seemed to have the lead for quite a bit there, but Fury, don't ever count them out. That was an epic performance from them. Well timed their ultimates. Let's see how Picks and Bans play on out.
Well, we know how it's playing out in the beginning here. It's going to be Adam and Jeff are saying goodbye nice and quickly. And you know what? Jeff definitely makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of places, well, I'd say a decent amount of places you can, you know, take people off the map into that one. So definitely understandable. And Fury looking to take advantage of the Ultron once again, but they aren't going to be able to take advantage of the Adam Warlock. And that really could come back to harm them, because we did see Billa really play pretty strong, honestly, onto the Adam before. But they're not going to be able to play Emma either. So big pieces being taken off the board here by the Vicious, and eager to see what Fury responds with.
Very eager to see indeed. Now, 3 bans in a row right now that are going to happen for the Vicious, of course. You know, 3 bans that they're going to need to pivotally pick here to give them the advantage back. Doctor Strange. That's another band that we're going to see again. Could be a factor. Might be wise to keep that going. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if both teams actually locked out Doctor Strange just to even the playing field a bit. But double ban coming in from both sides. Who's it going to be on either side? Fury are not going to be able to play the torch. And the Vicious will be locking out the Mantis once again. No Mantis here online for the squad of the Vicious right there. But final protect coming out for the Vicious. Who is it going to be? All the points in the world, we're going to believe it's going to be Mr. Fantastic. No, it's not. It's not going to be Mr. Fantastic protected. I wish it would be just for the aura right there. But they're going to play Tactical. It might be a Vanguard. It might be a Luna. I was wrong. It's going to be Luna. We're going to lock in the Dancing Star herself. The leader of absolutely everyone's dancing dreams and dancing memes right there. It's going to be Luna Snow locked on in, protected. And final band coming out that the Vicious are unable to play. It's going to be the Golden Child Adam Warlock, which means no karmic revivals here on Spider Islands, Matsy. When people go down, they stay down.
Yeah, stay down. I won't be looking to lock that one in. But what I do see locked in is another Mantis. Second time. Okay. Mantis is back on deck here, so very eager to see how this all plays out. How we fare into this one, Mr. Liger, as
The right heroes
definitely
can
going to
make all the
be fun
difference.
times ahead into this one. Very excited to see what our teams can cook up into this, and just excited to see what else we are going to have pushed forth into the next section now, as it's all going to come down to this. It's all going to be fun and games into the next bout.
Okay. I'm liking already the fact that Fury's got the team up advantage so far. You know, it's definitely there. Jeff Nadeau's been cooking early on today. Could see more of it happen again. But I want to see something different. I want to see some obstacles that we haven't seen be overcame yet. But ideally, we want to also focus on the fact that Mantis is online for Fury right now. Last team that had Mantis online won a Series 2-0. Are Fury going to repeat history and also follow Ground Zero in that 2-0? Or are the Vicious going to do what they always do and bring up an upset, just like they did at the end of Stage 1 Ignite? They knocked out Kanga. They proved everyone wrong and the predictions were against them. Let's see if Fury's going to... let's see if the Vicious are going to quell the fury of the Fury. I should tell you that. So 1 second out till the door opens. In we go. Let's see where it's going down. I hear a bit of... For a second, I heard some webs. I gotta be excited. It's not Spider-Man though. It's just the map.
Not this time. Maybe later. You know, we could see a bit of Spidey action coming out later on, but not quite yet. We are seeing already, though, Nev getting a big KO on the Jag there, so can nullify some of that Vanguard potential, and there's more where that came from. Nice Maelstrom coming out from Nev. Floop is taken out of the equation, and they can get a decent amount of momentum already onto the mission vehicle here and start to push it towards that halfway point between them and the first checkpoint here. So the Vicious going to have to rinse, reset, and see what they can do. But the wall's being pushed up right where they have to exit to try and contend is already going to be poking them down with damage.
Now, interesting to see here. They've been moving quite fast already down range here. The Vicious haven't opted in to hold that first corner. Very strange, but look, we're going to see the moon drop a nice and early directly onto the back of the Vicious. Sings them out a bit, but ooh, Silver got a bit too close to comfort with Snipsy right there, putting in the work on the Phoenix right now against the Moon Knight, but Jag taken down by LX9. Clear is feeling confident on the Storm. Invisible boundary is set up again by KB7. Keeping the team sustained. I'm hearing it in the back of my head. Big slashes from the Wolverine. Everywhere he goes, slashing and dashing. That's exactly what you expect from the big Floop right there. As they push Fury back and they push for now. I will say though, bit of a tough situation right now for the Vicious, letting him get so far. Because Fury need to win one more fight and they push to that first gate and gain another extra 90 seconds into their time bank. But let's see how it unfolds. Let's see where it goes. Agamotto could be online for Nev. Neb is ready with the Itch Jeff. Billa as well with the Omega Hurricane. You know what time it is, Natsy. At any moment, it could get very, very, very windy.
Ooh, I think the wind's been nullified. It's sunny skies now. Maybe with a slight chance of rain. Maybe Neb could pull through. But not going to happen. Yeah, maybe a bit of pain down the drain. You never know. We're going insane. That's just the way it goes with Marvel Rivals and having fun games, isn't it? But we are going to see the rain coming now. It's time for the Omega Hurricane.
The Hurricane Mini with the End Song Inferno. That is a battle of the skies right there. But the Jeff is chopped, and they do get the Jag. The Riddles takes out Billa, who lands from the skies. Big value right there. And there's the boundary down from KV7, bringing in the dance. The fate of all worlds here right now for Riddles right there, as they're trying to keep their team sustained, and Fury are on the back foot. However, Fury did utilize about 4 ultimates there to try and keep themselves in the fight, and did match Vicious's 4 ultimates as well. Which means next fight coming up, even though the fight's still kicking off, Nev gets picked off there. That's a double KO for the King Bob right there, keeping it alive. KB7 making that happen. Boundaries online for them as well, putting in massive value. XLR was the one to use boundary in that last fight as well, but it looks like we're going to see some switches. I have a feeling Billa's going to take off, and we're going to see the Mantis finally brought out alongside the Ultra. They need some sustain, and they're going to run triple strategies to enable Silver as much as possible.
Let's see if they are going to be able to find all the potential they're searching for with this one, as they're really going to have to pop off, really going to have to activate here. Speaking of activation, Flute, big scoop, Feral Leap, pushes them right around the back. Yamamoto, the counter-attack, but they are going to get choke slammed, and Ev not going to be able to get much from that at all. So rising to the occasion and taking this into their advantage. We'll see what the Vicious can cook up out of this, as they're already locked down onto their primary targets here. And Fury really going to have to try and push their way on to the mission vehicle as quick as possible. But speaking of, it could be that legendary time for the Galactic Legend to come online here. See if they can get a bit more damage over the top. Good dodge away from the Meteor, trying to scoop them out of the sky. Nah, not going to happen. But the invisible boundary will be a great preventative measure.
Absolutely, the boundary they need to keep them alive, to keep them sustained. Right now, it's a very, very tough situation for them right now. Slipsy taking out the damage, guys. The big anti-air, and there it is. That's Jag taking out Silver. That's going to be another big one from Silver right there. Crashing down with the sorry, the End Song Inferno right there. And then it is now taken down, and the overtime is ticking off, and the boundaries are happening right there. And the Sonic Celestial coming out from Alcazar as they're pushing directly into them. Big powers going out. KP7 with the push, keeping Fury away from the point right now. It's ticking down into overtime. Does anybody make it for the contest? It looks like Billa's going to be the one raging on the Ultra, and it's not going to be enough. They're pushed away. Fury's push ends here. The Vicious hold it down so well in the first section of Spider Islands right here. This is going to be an insane hold for Fury to try and hold. It is definitely not in their favor right now. The Vicious are feeling very confident after such a strong defense. Let's see how it flips when the roles are switched.
Let's see how it all unfolds. Now they decide to switch there, and after a triumphant hold coming through from the Vicious, they don't have to push the mission vehicle all that far at all. Fury Global going to be in for a lot of hard work, to say the least there. Looking to change things up, play in to the triple. See if they might be able to pull that off in the end. Or maybe they go for, 3-2-1. See how they get it done, as Neb going to be the deciding factor on that one. There you go, triple. Going to ripple its way in, but a way to dismantle that. They've got the Moon Knight online here. Floop definitely going to be an impact maker. Snipsy one in the same there to try and drain him out, and having that group wall available from Jag as well, really important for them. And it's all going to be make or break into this final section here to see if the Vicious can tie it up one apiece, and we push our way into our third map, a decider on Convergence, or whether it could be another thing entirely. The gates are about to open, and here we go.
Here we go, here we grow, because we got a Groot and a tree. Let's hopefully see what we can get from Fury right now on defense. We're going to see Jag as well, Billa on the tree. It looks like a interesting lineup. They got the box him in and box him up, coming out from Nev and Billa on the Thing and the Groot. As you know, Moon Knight combination with Jag is going to be beneficial. Already Flip has and the front shoot. Are you kidding me? Already? That was literally like 19 seconds. That is power right there coming out from the Moon Knight. Travelers of the Night, watch out everywhere. You got your backup. But Unks is set down. Big value coming through. Big damage pouring through. Jag's going to be close to Eternal War. Oh my days. Eternal Bond. I mean, it's trying in prison, but it doesn't matter because Jag's going to get Billa. That's going to take out the other group. That's going to take out the big value right there. That's going to be Jag pushing through, taking out Silver, putting in the damage, putting it down, making the heals going forward. Fucking Dagger trying to keep the team sustained. Eternal Bond could be online very, very soon as well. Neb has it ready to go. Floop, Jag, Alcazar all take one apiece. And that does mean the Vicious keep on pushing. This is very tough for Fury right now. They need to contest early. That's why they have Neb. I think a quick portal will help them a lot.
It certainly would, and Let's see where they're going to go with it. Here we go, taking a safe distance. And now looking to stall them out as long as they possibly can here. Big potential, big damage around the back of this one. And now looking to see if they can get even more from there. Ooh, big strangling prison coming out, but it's Gonshu looking to respond triumphantly. And let's see if they can find much more where that came from. Eternal Bond online, really doubling up. And looking to do what they can to ripple in that damage. Speaking of, Silver found up high, sent down low. Not going to be able to push in with much more than that. Fury struggling to find the stand they need, struggling to find their footing here, and the Vicious are capitalizing closer and closer to the line. No one's stalling him. Okamoto gets into the last second, but Dev's down. Somebody has to protect this mission vehicle, or it could be all over and out from here. Oh no! Omega Hurricane could be the final nail in this one. Just like that, the power comes in, and we are seeing this go the distance. Say goodbye. It's one apiece now. The Vicious lock it down.
Locking it down under, because we're going to map 3 between the Vicious and Fury. This is what we want to see. This is exciting. This is the battle. We're going to go to convergence. We're going to tie things up right here. And we're going to get excited going into this next map. That was a quick one. I'll tell you that, a very quick convoy map. As we know, it was a strong defense and a strong push coming out from the Vicious. Definitely a stellar performance. I do believe they woke up after having such an insane moment at the end of that last domination mode. But of course, here it is, 6 minutes 48 round. Wow. Numbers being put in right now. And speaking of numbers, we're already seeing a 22k in such a short game from Middles. Big healing all around from the Eternal Bonds. I will say it was a battle of the Groots. It was definitely a battle of the Groots. And I will say, Fury also having the Mantis protect and not utilizing it as much as we expected. Definitely brought it out a bit too late for themselves. Not utilizing something that is, you know, seen as most teams hard carry in this current meta that we're dealing with in Ignite. But nonetheless, game's the game. We're going to have a look at some highlights, of course. Get into some of those cool moments and replay what definitely happened. And of course, you know, the best moments I can definitely assume are going to be, of course, you know, Jag putting in so much work. I will say though, for me personally, MVP Fluke. Hey, listen, rare to see a Moon Knight make it to the end of a game, not switched off. That's the W in the chat for me, W Liger, and the Moon Knight gang, and all the Conchu lovers in the chat. That's a good day for us trailers of the night. But what I will say more importantly than that is they earned it. They put themselves through it, Matsy. The Vicious made sure to secure a quick win here, just to establish some dominance again and put Fury again on the back foot. Let's see how it turned out.
And it turned out off with a bang there. Jeff and Nado will be the first thing activated, and a King Bob 7, no exception. But speaking of, we do see Alcazar popping off there. Snipsy getting a great end song. Inferno in to the mix, and we're going to see what else they can find. The isolation from the forward walls there was so big, just like Khonshu coming out from Fluke, swooping them away, and Alcazar ready to save the day as well, reaching for the skies. It's just great to see they have ways to respond to everything that they threw at them, and what a map that was, you know, keeping it competitive. You could see how closely matched these teams were, and that one was no exception. You know, really great to see the Vicious. They fight back after losing out that first map. They realized they needed to lock in. They needed to really give it their all there, and now it's onwards to a third map Liger, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed, and we're going to go to a super quick break. When we come back, map 3 between the Vicious and Fury. Ready or not, get ready or not, this is now our penultimate series for the night, of course, between the Vicious and Fury. 1-1 each, which means one map each. The Vicious brought it back in a stellar fashion in a 6-minute map, but Fury did catch him off guard in map 1. Now, I would say winner's momentum definitely is with the Vicious at the moment, but Fury is still riding high, still feeling confident. So I think this is going to be the most competitive match of the night yet. Equally matched. Both these teams know each other's plans, know each other's strategies. Picks and bans are going to be absolutely pivotal more than ever.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. I think it's really going to be such an important phase of the match here. You know, they really have to lock in, take away whatever picks are most important to them, and just to really try and make the most out of a very tough situation, you know, because the draft can make or break a series here, and considering we are on the third map, the decider into this one, it's all that much more imperative that they make the best decisions possible to promote their strengths into this situation.
Definitely. You know what? Strange ban. I'm sensing it. I'm sensing it could be pivotal again, and it might be the favor that Fury need. But look, if we're not going to play Mantis after protecting her, maybe it's safe to ban her. Just lock her out entirely. Work on some other picks. Maybe bring out the Atom. Maybe bring out the Ultron. Maybe cook a bit differently. Maybe bring back Bucky. Bucky could be a big pick here for these teams. Let's see who brings out whoever's going to bring the impact needed to get the dub. But of course, next map's going to be big. We're going to go into it. As we know, the Fury do get map selection here, so we're keen to see what they're going to pick. But game's the game nonetheless. Teams are getting ready for their final map. Who's going to take it home in this series? Who's going to take it over the other? You know, keen to see how it all unfolds. It's going to be a good one, spicy one. And then, of course, later tonight, you know, Chopper Mag versus Brainstorming Sports, another amazing bout as well. It's going to be good to see how that one unfolds. But right now, we're here in what is a very intense matchup and a very entertaining matchup between these two teams. But I have a feeling this next map is going to get long. I don't think it'll be as quick as we just witnessed. I think both teams have warmed up against each other now. They've got the advantage, they've got the numbers, they've got the knowledge of each other. They're going to be able to try and play this for the long game, because it's going to be worth it, especially when we're talking about the convergence game mode. Play for the long game, get the situation that you need. Was optimal for you. We're in the group stage of MRI Ignite. Now's the best time to get points on the board and, of course, collect information about other teams in your group. And here we are, confirmation is here. We are in the Galactic Empire of Wakanda. Whole of Jalia, a beautiful map. I know Massey loves this map. Let's go, Massey.
Oh yeah, that's it. We're coming into the Hall of Jalia here, and very eager to see how this convergence map plays out. Will Fury be able to rise up to the occasion here, be able to bring the best of possible power into convergence here? You know, will it all just go down on the first mission area? Will we not see the convoy at all? That's going to be a big test. You know, I'm keen to see if that's going to be a reality, but maybe it could go the full distance on both sides. It's all going to be decided once our teams get down to business, once our teams cook things up in the draft phase here. And very excited for what that all is going to look like. You know, we talked on it before. We're going to talk on it again very quickly here to see exactly which team will be able to rise up once these picks, these bands are ready to go. And there we go, Liger. Let us begin.
Listen, again, it's changed. Fury actually defending first this time around. Let's see if that might be the switch they need. They had to attack first before, and it was very rough for them on Spider Islands. But all of the widows are out here with the biggest spider of them all, Riddles. It's looking good. TFNet flexing the Lord Adam, but doesn't matter because Vicious do not have access to the Golden Child. At the same time, they're going to protect Emma, White Queen, for themselves, and also ban out the Mantis from Fury. They let it slide last time, not going to let it slide again. They're going to make sure that Mantis is not a choice for them.
And it will not be seeing the light of day on one side, but on the other side of the coin, there's no Ultron, but what there is a torch. Ooh. Keen to see some of those supernovas come online. We'll see if they can use it effectively, as Ultron is going to be discarded on both sides now, so not going to be seeing any rage potential into this one. But what else could be chopped away here? Well, it could be another strategist taken out of the mix, or it could be a Vanguard taken away just like that, snapping away. And there it is. It's a Magneto gone and a Luna traded out.
Oh, only one team will be dancing with the stars right there, and another team will not have access to the Dunk Master Magneto. That's going to be the Vicious right there. They don't have the Atom, don't have the Ultron, don't have the Magneto. This is some very pivotal bans, but at the same time, Fury not having 3 strategists, that's going to force them down the path of Sue Storm, Adam Warlock, maybe a bit of Jeff action as well. Probably going to see the Jeff here. It's okay. All of Jolly is a pretty okay-ish map to bring out the Jeff, especially in the first and second section of the map. You can definitely get some opportunities to throw people off the map, but they're going to protect Adam. That's going to be the lineup for Fury. They will make sure they at least have a core pick there for the strategist to be able to work around, but at the same time, Emma is going to be banned out. That is big. That's big coming from the Vicious, locking in Emma for themselves and denying it for Fury. Final protect coming out for the Vicious. Who are they going to protect alongside Emma? There it is, Emma. Sorry, Emma. Luna is their core alongside Emma. The final ban coming out that's going to be affecting the Vicious. Who's it going to be? The ban from Fury. Who's the final pick?
Who will it be? That is going to be the deciding factor here. Will it be the Mantis as well? It sure will. Goodbye, Mantis. You will not be seeing the field today.
The right heroes could make all
now
the
it's
difference.
time for our teams to lock it in. Lock in exactly who they want to be playing into the mix in this one. And let's see which team is really going to be able to tap in and find their best strides into this as they now prepare for a battle. And what we are seeing is triple strategists coming out on top there for Fury. They've got a couple of vanguards and the duelist for Silver. But down the Vicious side of things, we've got, you know, the stock standard composition. It's going to be just doubles for all roles here. And very eager to see how things play out for either side. Well, the Vicious will be able to take advantage of this and push their way straight onto the mission area, converting it into the convoy section, or whether they can get held off by Fury. There's a lot to prove themselves in. It's the Hall of Oceania here, and see if they can rise up.
Yeah, listen, you know, you can be a bit of a punk and play some 3-2-1, some triple, whatever you want to do. But if you're going to do 2-2-2, you're going to stay in school, then you're going to have a good time nonetheless, because it is a tried and true strategy that a lot of teams run and a lot of teams have great success on. But into the next mark, we are here on Jalia, and there's a cheeky portal already. Oh, this could be big from them. Let's see. They aim on down line of sight right there. Do they even notice? They don't notice. They don't notice. Oh, because they're doing it back to them. Both teams hitting the portal flank on each other. It's a battle of wizarding mastery right now between Nev and Jag. Let's see who can get the first pick. I think both teams have taken a bit of angular momentum here, and they're going to be able to just nullify the portals for now and just have a classic fight right here. But the gap has been closed by the Vicious right now, and Fury are going to have to take them on head on the portal.
Head on, face to face, ready to clear some space here, and we'll see which team is going to be able to step in a high gear as Silver taking a lot of punishment there. Dipsy dealing big damage in the front line here, looking to see if they can catch anyone around the back as well. As the Vicious have already almost taken 2 chips on to the mission area here. Definitely looking good. There we go, locking in the second tick there, but it's time for the Vicious to lock in even more than just that. They find KOs aplenty, and now converted into the convoy section with over 5 minutes to go. That is insanely quick.
King T'Challa wants the statue.
That is
We will
exactly
deliver.
what I want to see right there. Absolute lethality. Good quick push. Portals were definitely countering portals, but at the end of the day, it's all about a big brawl on point. And they took the favor, took the value, took what they needed. Bit of boundary action from KB7 keeps them pushing up the ramp right now. But all of Jalia, as we know, diverged match. The second section is a bit tough for them. Let's see if they can fully unfold and push forward. But IX9 ready to go. They can pop that meteor anytime required. But now we're going to dance with it for a little bit. We're going to meet with the Ensemble Inferno. Everybody's going to be going for the musical madness. And there's going to be a sonic seduction. All musical elements are playing it all 3 times for the Vicious right now. But it's going to be also met with the Supernova coming from Silver right there. Backed up by the boundary. That's the Fantastic Force in full effect. It's going to nullify the Vicious's push for just a little bit longer, allowing Fury to regroup and jump into his next fight with an Agamotto coming out from Nev, which is big. But the choke slam from Alcazar is nullifying at Matsi, and there it is. Nev is down. It looks like the Vicious might have the push here, but they're coming back all again.
Well, that's it. Silver going down, going to be coming straight back as well. Really great utilization of the Karmic Revival there. IX9 down. They're back. They're so back. And last stand coming out from Floop might be able to scoop up a few KOs, but not really going to make much from it as yet. Agamotto coming through from Jag there. Still, finally managed to tag up a player, get the KO over the top, traded out, however, and they managed to scoop up even more. You know, it doesn't even matter that Silver is going to be flying high in the skies. If they can shut them down, it's all going to be worth it. And speaking of, there it is. Billa getting pulled around the corner there. And we're going to get even more, but it's the Vicious continuing to push this mission vehicle closer and closer to the line here. Still going to be contested somehow by Fury though, but their backline is just getting ripped up. So the Vicious take point, take advantage, and now the checkpoint is all theirs.
It is indeed 440 on the Maya right there. Massive time bank for them. Massive time bank for them. My goodness, massive. 4 minutes 30 to tackle the last third of Jalia. It's looking very tough for Fury right now, but they've been in tougher situations before. They do have that boundary online. And they will also be close to the high Agamotto coming out from there. That when that comes through, it's going to be high value. But Alcazar's there to match with Sani. Snipsy can bring out the Ensong Inferno. KB7, of course, will have the boundary. There we go. Boundary starts us off. And another boundary from TF left. We got that. The Venn diagram of invisible boundaries right there. It's going to be met with the Ensong Inferno. It's going to be collecting a bit of information, waiting for the meteor from LX9. It seems like it connects with anybody. It's going to be quite a bit of damage, but not enough to get it confirmed. Snipsy retreats to the backside of the team. Gonna go for a high ground flank, see if they can get some angles here. But that Mega Hurricane winds up at the same time as the Agamotto.
Not really able to get too much value for it. Well, maybe in a second. Oh, there it is. Alcazar gets the damage, but Nev brings out the counter Agamotto now, but it don't even matter. They're trading out KO for KO, blow for blow into this one. The Vicious can't stop, won't stop with that push onto the mission vehicle. They're getting closer and closer to the end of the road here. Fury don't have much to bring to the table, but they might right this second. There it is, Eternal Bond online. They can delay a little bit of time and prime up for even more as they activate. Jag is down, Final Judgment is out, and it's a cleanup on the whole of Jalia right now. Silver is popping off with the triple KO there. What a way to swing the tides back in their favor.
Well, I think Silver's day job on Frank House was a janitor. Because holy, absolute mopping happened there with that Final Judgment. That was Executioner's calling right there. Big damage coming through. But it's going to be enough to buy them another 2 minutes straight from the time maker of the Vicious. Again on the back foot. Jalia, whenever you get to that third section, you want to have a 5 minute time bank because usually you're going to lose half. Boundaries are dropping again. It's a double boundary Venn diagram action right there, but it doesn't matter for Alcazar, who's still going to go in with the bomb and action, hitting the choke slam, going straight for Silver right there. But Eldritch will be swinging out, seeing if they can get some values from it. And Simon Fern going to be crashing down into the absolute Sonic. Pull that brought Nev out of cover right there. LX9 as well going to be taken down by the flip on the Wolverine. Big diamond pressure right there, taking out the Punisher. Big slashes coming out from Flip, going slashing and crashing, and hopefully dashing to victory for themselves with a triple KO coming out from Flip, from the Vicious. 2 meters, 1 meter, does anybody contest? It's the Captain America Nev with the star. They push away Silver, and they do push it to the end of Jalia with a minute 59 extra in their time bank. That is a good push for the Vicious right now. We're going to flip it up, see how Fury perform when it's their time to push on the whole of Jalia. Keen to see how they're going to tackle this, but I know one thing's for sure, Matsy. Get ready for some mystical madness because those portals are coming out. I can tell. It's happening again, for sure.
It's happening again. It's happening all over again. And very excited to see what the early stages of this next push are going to look like here. You know, whether we see some more inter-portal combat or whether could be something else looking to be locked in entirely as now look to hover up their characters and Billa. Ooh, thinking about bringing out some more of that again action. The Winter Soldier locked in for now, that is. We'll see what their picks turn out to be in reality, but I'm already liking what I'm seeing. You know, we've got the Penny actually pushed in for IX9 there. Nev looking to push in with the Loki, and it's pretty much a complete change-up coming out from Fury here. So hopefully for their sakes it can work. You know, I like how they're playing into well, no, not even going to go there. There's no worries about Hela anymore. There is Venom. There's no Hela though. So no team up onto that front, but let's see how they go as the games are about to begin once again. And here we go.
Alright, look, from what I can suspect, Venom, like it. This does mean that we save Strange Portal for if things get a bit dire for Fury. But if we want to go in early, and we know as well as anyone, the End Song Abyss combo is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful if you can get that going. But seeing how the rest unfolds right now, Fury taking a bit of a high ground approach, trying to displace those on the balcony for Vicious right there. And of course, insane Snips already has 50% charge. The fight's better be going. Absolute farming coming out from the Phoenix right there, from the Vicious right there, but it's not enough as straight on is Nev on the Venom. We saw it yesterday. Nev's Venom is an absolute menace when unchecked, a diving beast. And we've heard it many times in interviews today. Dive is something not too common in OCE, but when the teams that do bring it out are other teams prepared for it? Have they trained for it? Have they scrimmed against it? That's a massive factor to consider here. So let's see if they get value rolling out with this diving venom presence. Going into it, I do want to point out Loki is actually on the screen right now. It's been a while, but it's a good pick coming up from there who does have the Loki copy ready. And they will be able to bring out a bit of sustain for their team just as well. But now it's pushing it in. The powers are mine. We go for the copy of the Loki who's going to bring out their own version of the Eternal Bond. And we're going to go with it. And we're going to make it happen. It's for KD7. Dropping the bounty into the Ensign Inferno. There's big value. There's a portal. There's a portal. Where's the portal go? Not the portal appear there. But there it is right there. Simpson makes it happen with the portal. Everybody's going in. Eternal Bond dropping out from the real one. That is broken daggers. That is Lara right there. And it's timing out. And oh my days, Villa has dropped the impact. It's insane.
That it is. They will be able to pump up the damage numbers and get KOs aplenty, resulting in the conversion into the convoy section of the map here. They are now looking to deliver absolute power. But speaking of power, Wolverine and Phoenix are looking to bring the power for their team up for the Vicious right now. See if they can capture some value into this. But for the moment, Fury be riding high on their momentum and looking to take to the skies to see if they can get more KOs through, as the Vicious have gone on a roundabout approach here, looking to stop the mission vehicle in its tracks, already dealing a ton of damage, and Fury now left to try and respond.
Interesting to see. They can take a moment here for themselves. Phoenix in the sky, dropping the Insane Inferno high. Gonna take Alcazar, that's putting the pressure down. Neb with the picks on the Loki. I actually do believe that is a great position for the Loki to be on the high ground. Helping that convoy keep on moving. The Panther is on the prowl, and there it is. Villa taking out 1-2. Villa is just farming right now. KO after KO, triple after doubles. Everybody is watching Villa absolutely dunk right now. And their pace is pretty good. And if they can get to this second gate uncontested, they're going to have an even larger time back in the Vicious lead to get to the end. Let's see how it unfolds, because they got to take it home. And then when they take it home, if they take it home, we're going into overtime and playing the map around one more time. But Wolf is here, making it happen. Ultimate's online. Oh, it's for the hook. Hits up, Bucko reverse, and they clean the Wolverine out of here right there, putting it into an absolute second impact reset. Once again, denied by the absolute honor with the choke slam, but the boundaries are up and the Cubans sustained. Neb's there with the Eternal Bond, keeping the team nice and healthy, making it happen. Silver's chasing down KB7, who falls. And then Floop's going to return the favor, chasing down Snipsy. Snipsy takes out Villa right there, making it happen. The Phoenix v Phoenix, dance on the ground, the sky coming out from Fury this time. And it's going to be burning it up and bringing the pain to those in the Eternal Bond, but they're going to stay sustained. They're going to keep it rolling. Lyle's there to make it happen. Taking out the stray, getting the money they need. The resets from the Phoenix are absolutely insane right now. Absolutely shredding through Alcazar's health bar right there. So much value, and they do push it through. They do get that extra time in their time bank, and they're just picking off the Vicious right now. I will say, though, I think they have slightly less time than the Vicious did, but nonetheless, they're moving to the final section with 4 minutes in their time bank.
That they are. They have plenty of time to play with here, plenty more to do, and we'll see if they are going to be able to pull through with it, because one thing Fury can take advantage of right now is the fact that the Vicious not even close to any ultimates right now. Fury, they got a couple. They're in fact a hell of a lot closer towards some ultimates, so we could see something spice up sooner rather than later, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen. Because already we see a big KO coming out, and it's going to be the Vicious locking them down right now. No ultimates required in their camp, but one who does have it now is going to be King Bob 7, bringing out the invisible boundary. KO to follow onto Neb there, and looking for even more. And Song Inferno getting Silver up. They won't be able to pop it down. They will be taken down themselves. Big KOs coming out, and a hard reset on the line from the Vicious there. They force Fury all the way back.
Absolutely. Back into their spawn to regroup to figure out how they're going to tackle this next fight. They do have a couple ultimates online. I would like to see something magical coming out from the mischievous one, Neb, making it happen on the Loki. We'll see what happens ultimately. But the Vicious have the ultimate charge online, and right now Fury's goal is to try to build those ultimates. You belong to me, because Alcazar is going to hit these. Introduction met with the Ensign Inferno. It's going to do quite a bit of damage, but it's going to be exhausted by the healing coming out from Fury. Fury's pushing in. Looks like Villa's winding it up nice and early, trying to get an opportunity for a reset. I don't think they get the value, maybe pushed away by KB7 right there, but ton of bonds online for Lyle, keeping us sustained, trying to give Nev a bit of juice to keep him in the fight, keep the symbiote shenanigans, keeping on going right there. But it's going to start off with the Eternal Bond, dropping Agamotto coming out from Jag, there is the Maelstrom cleaning Billa out of there. That's going to give them massive value for the Vicious right now, taking out one, at least HP teams are down and even to 5v5 right now. Nev's keeping on pushing, Fader Berthold dropping out from Noodles right there, and it's going to stay fired up as this time it's time for Snipsy to hit the armor. Daniel's cracking impact, going once, and they're going twice, and they get the double KO into the triple KO, going for, and that's a quadra for Snipsy on Bucky right there. That absolutely was Fury's push, and they do chomp the time down. They now have the lead, 159 to 135. Matzi, that was pretty good in their favor, I won't lie. Snipsy brought out some real Bucky action.
Well, there's more where that came from. I love how they stalled out the tick there to try and keep the Kraken impact online a while longer, but unfortunately weren't able to stall it out long enough to get the value again there. So now could see a bit of a comeback building up from Fury here. If they can push it over the top, but Invisible Boundary coming online. Nab going to get the God of Mischief out there as well, and Song Inferno activated for Silver, but Kraken Impact now online for Billa, already locking it in onto the Vanguards, onto the Strategist. They are looking to take down every which player here. Say goodbye to Bucky. It's time to lock in for even more quad KO. Take a bow, Billa, as they will have a thriller of a play there. Nev also in the front line. Agamotto available, could stop them in their tracks here. So close, 3.28 meters, but they are going to be able to push on through. Get it so close, Agamotto off the top. They are now forced to take down Captain America. And just like that, we go the distance, Liger. It's into the OT sector.
I have never seen an Emma disappear off my screen so fast. What insane damage output. That was crazy from the Phoenix. But Matsu, you're right, mate. We tied it up. It's both teams going for another push. Round 2 on Jalia. It'll be quick though. It will be quick because they don't have much time left. But hey, the Phoenixes are absolutely on fire right now. But even more than that, both Bucky's getting quadras. Is this season 1? Are we back in season 1? Is it back to the Kraken impacting days of season 1, season 0? Is Bucky back in the highlight reels for everybody in the pro play today? Hey, listen, I'll tell you what. I missed it and I welcome it back. That it's been a minute. Back in action, Winter Soldier, farming up all your highlight reels and keeping it popping off again and again. And what else, Metzi?
Again.
That's
and
right.
again.
Well,
love it. Absolutely love it. It's going to be all that again action. Streaming its way through there, but you know what else is going to be streaming through? Some portal action. Coming out from Jag, maybe. Maybe not right now, though, but perhaps later on into the piece there. I think the sooner that they can stop Fury in their tracks, the better for them. But see exactly how they want to play this out. I'm already liking the sneaky angles, playing on the railing there, you know, just playing very close by, ready to respond, and we'll see exactly what they are looking to achieve now as Fury storm out the gates and get ready to try and steal control.
It is the high ground right there, dueling on the balcony of Jalia, trying to make it happen. They're taking a bit of damage, but Silver's landing some shots back and forth. AD spamming it, making it happen, going straight for the firepower that the Vicious have right in front of him as well. Strange in a tough position right now. The Phoenix Strikes are being stacked onto him. But Snipsy's landing some shots there. Snipsy picks off Nev. Just big buck action right there, just doing a lot of work. But eyes on the downstream right there, making it happen. Everybody's going forward. Fury Global, there it is, making it move forward for themselves as they're going to have to back up for now. Maelstrom catches LX9 out, and that's going to be a big push coming out. The Vicious, however, are in a tough position. Actually, I should say the other way around. Fury had the chance to make it. 3 seconds. There's the portal. Contestation has been achieved. Bit of a choke slam onto the strain. Pushed away. Still survives. Taken out. Never by the Snipsy. But the Loki is there to set them up. Which does mean the Bucky, the Villa, is farming. Starting up the resets. Maybe they potentially get their ultimate. Oh, big uppercut. It's a 1v1 between the Buckies right there. So much action coming out from Snipsy, who's taken down by Silver right there. Putting in the back work right there. Putting in the shot. Big uppercut into a head chop from Villa, who timed it right. That does mean just when you thought they didn't have it, Fury do capture. Potentially, hold on, Is it time for Jag to make a portal? I actually think there is. If they're quick with it, they might be able to make it. A bit of a fake ship coming out. And they do! Concussion at the very last meter!
There it is. KO's coming out right at the last possible moments here. They will be able to make it work. So, Villa and Go not going to be down and out as yet. They are now onwards and upwards to the convoy section here. IX9 has the Meteor M online as well. Big to see what they can do with that, but it's going to be imperative that they combine forces into this one and manage to really give it their all. The Vicious, all the more imperative they rise up. Almost 6 ultimates available for them right now. I sense some thunderous plays heading in our direction, but speaking of, it's time for the God of Mischief to come into play here. Neb, what are they going to do? Where are we going to go? Well, enjoy the show. It's time for the Fate of Both Worlds from Rivers.
Fate of Both Worlds will be the key to keeping nice and sustained. It's going to be met with an insult inferno. Touching down, so it's going to be merged. Jack falls as well, Bill falls as well. 1-to-1 each. That's 2 down from each side. That's going to be a tough 3v3 matchup right now, but the boundaries are set up. Sustain is in the game. They're keeping them going. Eternal Bond is there to sustain as well. Silver's pushing forward. Silver gets flooped. The floop is taken down. Since you're taken down, that's 1, 2, 3 from the Vicious taken down. And Fury do have the numbers to keep it pushing, but Jag is there to stall, trying to make it happen. Backed up by Alcazar. They're trying to keep it going. They're sustained by their strategists like that. KB7 putting up numbers right now, and they do push it further. Fury, they do have a chance to make it to that second gate. Again, it is overtime and will not be any more time. They got to push as far as they can. They cannot lose another fight, but they have the numbers right here. The Vicious get the one. Ace on Inferno, potentially combining right there. Take it out. 1, 2, 3 from the Vicious. This does mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are down for the Vicious. Team wiped by Fury. They keep on pushing past the second gate. They're in the deepest section of Jalia right now. Oh my days, they are fighting for this overtime.
That was so big, seeing their team break the terrain there, so they managed to take full advantage of the Endsong Inferno, and they keep their team firing up, firing along the convoy, closer and closer to the edge of glory here. This is an insane run coming out into overtime on this one, and there could be more where that came from. Neb getting pulled into the back line though, could be a bit problematic, but maybe not. Big damage over the top. Nev's gone down. Is there going to be more where that came from? It's all going to be proven. Time for the Galactic Legend. Villa already taken out of it though. Not going to be able to find any impact. It's Snipsy with all the impact this time around, and just like that, it's all stopped within the blink of an eye. The Vicious will be able to hold strong, but my goodness, Liger, what an incredible push coming out from Fury there. It is going to be difficult to match that.
Heroes could make all the difference.
Absolutely. That is an overtime push, which means the Vicious mathematically will probably, because they did have more time. They do have more time. However, they still need to win about 3 fights in overtime, mathematically. That's going to be tough for them. It also depends on how well they start to capture the convoy and get into this first section of Jalia. So that's going to be pivotal. But Fury has a bit of an advantage now. Portal hijinks did not happen when, of course, the Vicious were on defense, but it is going to be on board now. A couple cheeky portals could buy a good minute of disruption and give Fury a lead here. Let's see if they can pull it off, but the Vicious were formidable. You saw at the end there, when they want to power through, they can explode at any moment's notice. So see how it unfolds, see what they go for. Eyes on Jag and Nev right now. This could be some big portals. I'm anticipating, and I hope it's there, a counter portal. It's been a while since we've seen one of those.
No, I reckon we could see some great potential there. You know, I've definitely seen some very cheeky portal plays in the past where maybe some players could get evacuated from the map very, very quickly. But I don't know if that's going to happen this time around. We'll see what they are going to be cooking up out of this right now as they look to go for a nice fast approach. The Vicious already taking it easy, looking to encroach upon the mission area. Could get caught along the sides though. I'm not sure what was going on there. Silver getting caught out of position, and this is already favoring the Vicious.
Favor is what you need to gain, but not with the people at home, but with your teammates. You need to trust in each other, you need to believe in each other, you need to keep going, because it's time to keep pushing into Jalia right now. Make it happen, make it work, make the magic that you need to win. It looks like the Vicious are already halfway to the capture right now. Fury need to get on and start contesting Loki lamps are down. It's not going to be the body they need. The rules are set up. We're going to see some marks coming out from LX9. Putting the work in on Magneto, taking 1-2 of the Vicious. Fury's holding it down. The defensive presence is pretty strong right here. I think they pushed Vicious back into a corner and a corridor and a maelstrom. Now with the double KO, cleaning them up right there. Big second out, Riddles and Simpsy, and that's all the Vicious team regrouping back into spawn for now. And Fury didn't even exhaust them. Ult for defense. Very big value.
Big value and going to be more where that came from. So eager to see if they are going to be able to hold on to it once again. You know, they've got a lot more they need to blade for into this instance. A lot more that they need to tap into. And they're now looking to slowly, carefully push their way up towards the mission area once again. See if they can convert this one into the convoy section. If they can convert some KOs into much more from there. Jag already tapping in, getting a big amount of damage. Billa now has Kraken Impact online as well. Could see something even better, but it's Eternal Bond coming out from X-Wild there, trying to dial in, trying to bring it up. Riddles now going to be online with the fate of both worlds, and Neb going to do more of the same. It's all coming out, all coming in. Billa does find a King of Bomb, and looking to find even more. It's time to go again with the quad KO onto the Penta. And they're looking to take this one out, finalize this map. There's only so little time remaining, and it's going to be hard for them to get in with the Hexa locked in for Billa. Surely there's no more than that. They could even dial in for more. We'll see if they can do it. Oh, the KO, there it is! Another one! Portal's online though! Like it never ends.
It never ends. Just when you thought the fight was over with a Hexa to clean it up, they pulled it onto point. Everything's down to overtime. Do they have the metrics? Do they have the solution to be able to keep it up? If the Vicious pull this off, it's insane. It's intense. It's going up. It's going legendary. In the skies. Elkins up. Go with the diamond pressure. Pushing them forward. Fury's losing resources. The dance of KB7 keeps him in the game. Snipsy, holy, they overextended and the Vicious keep holding it. Oh my days. What an insane portal from Jag. Kept their team in the game. Oh, this is exciting right here. Overtime, they have a lot of distance to make, but with momentum like that, they're more motivated than ever. Let's see if the Vicious can pull it off. Let's see what they can do. They do have Agamotto online.
They do have Agamotto online and are going to be primed up and good to go. Let's see if they can blow this one in. There is a grand journey ahead of them, but there's always going to be a way to break in, always going to be a way to take this one for their own. And let's see if they can do it right now. Big feral leap there. Take away IX9 and look for even more where that came from. But it's Billa bringing out the impacts again. They're looking to go for another big play. Doubling down on the KOs. It's Agamotto coming around the back. Looking to stack up the damage, stack up that KO potential. But Fate of Both Worlds will deny them any further impact until and now. Bursting in the damage. It's Silver. Keeping it gold under this one as they try their best to keep this convoy activated, but the Fate of Both Worlds is keeping the Vicious online.
Magic statue to a hall full of gods?
Line and ready to go. Overtime's ticking off. Red takes that KB7. Billa taking out Snipsy. There's the value. There's the impact of the Captain America. LX now putting it down. X-Law takes him one. And there it is. Overtime ticks down and now. And they hold it. They sold it. That's going to be Fury who are going to be holding it down there. What a massive map of Jalia right there. Everybody put it on. Put an absolute show on. It's going to be victory right there. Locking it down. Silver with the MVP. That is insane right there. Insane performance from Fury and the Vicious. What an epic match. But it does lock up the series 2-1 in favor of Fury, who put it down. Fury Global making it happen. That is formidable. Wow. Matsy, are you seeing what I'm seeing? 62 KOs for Silver. All my days.
52,000 damage there as well. Like, that was huge coming out from there. It's just crazy, isn't it? Just insane.
And our first Hexa.
Yeah.
Our first Hexa. Of course it's
honestly.
Bucky. It's always Bucky.
They took it even further beyond, though, didn't they? You know, they were looking to reset the counter, isolating them in spawn there. But yeah, Billa definitely showcasing a lot of that potential from the Kraken impacts there. I'd love to see it. You know, they were just locked in, and what a competitive series coming out from both of these teams. You know, the Vicious, they meant business, but Fury were able to push it over when it counted.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to get those highlights. You know what's in those highlights. It's going to be a lot of Bucky madness. I will expect to see some Phoenix as well. Phoenix did a lot of value early on in this matchup, especially on the first go around. A lot of value came through, a lot of damage coming out, especially from Flu, putting in the burning pressure. But Jag and Nev, I'm liking this strange matchup. Reminds me a little bit of Lumi back in Ignite Stage 1. A lot of good pressure, a lot of good picks, a lot of good portal action. I'd love to see some more Sorcerer Supreme madness, definitely. But teams were absolutely stellar performance. A long 22-minute game here, a beautiful time on Jalia. Both the teams put absolutely everything into this. The Vicious know that they can walk away knowing they did get some points on the board, but a tough matchup for them against Fury, but still to take a map in this series. And there it is. Started us off with Silver, with the absolute drilling action coming from the final judgment right there. Putting in so much work, and Flip on the Wolverine was especially so powerful early on.
Yeah, really big work and really a big potential. Here's Snipsy bringing out some of that Kraken impact action as well. Just so impressed with how they managed to put in the work for their team. But I mean, there's more where that came from. Silver putting in a ton of damage as well, working so strongly alongside Villa into this. But speaking of Villa, Villa's back with more Kraken impacts and just incredible work coming through from all of our teams, Lagger.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I can't believe it. What an epic match. We aren't even done. Nowhere near done for the night, because our next match is going to be awesome. But before that, we're going to have an amazing interview from the Fury team. We're going to have a chat with Fury Global's best player. Best player, in my mind, that's going to step up and join us for an interview in that regard. Not in terms of skill. I mean, we give them a bit of love because they're having an interview with us, giving us a bit of a chat, a bit of a chance to look into the mind of that player. But let's see, because I want to ask them, what was their mind thinking during that overtime push? Because that was insane. That overtime push was about 3 to 4 minutes long in overtime. They won about 3 to 4 fights. Honestly, crazy value they got from that, which did put Vicious on the back foot. That even so, when they did have time to attack themselves, the Vicious did lose a lot of time, didn't get the portal plays they needed, and when it came down for them to push, they didn't have enough time to just make it all the way. And then Fury came back, as we saw at the end of the match, secured it. But I think it's time for a cheeky interview, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Here we go. Let's welcome in one of our players from Fury. It's Neb.
Hey guys, how we going?
Welcome in, Neb. We're doing absolutely great, Neb. Hey,
Fantastic.
listen, we're going to give it to you.
Awesome.
We're going to give it to you. Wait, I just want to know, first impressions, how's the squad feeling after such an insane game?
Oh man, we're gassed. That was a close series. It really pushed us to the edge. We tested everything. We had some hardships in there. You know, we didn't get that strange TP cancel off on the overtime. Really, but we locked in still. But it was great. Great series. All the boys are happy. And back over in the Discord, we were going crazy. So it's all good. All smiles.
Love to hear it. Good vibes only, and very eager to see more where that came from. But I guess thinking in the group stage as a whole, you know, you guys have had very tough battles so far. You know, yesterday you definitely took it towards Kanga, and do you feel like you guys have what it takes to make it out of groups into the playoffs?
Oh man, with a team like this, we can go anywhere. We can even go around the world. We can go to Dallas. You know, I've got a good squad. You know, me being the strategist, it's I can see everything happening on the battlefield, and my team, you know, we can do great things. Sometimes we struggle, but we always bounce back better. That's how we do it in Fury.
Now, I want to rewind the clock a little bit here. I want to know your team performance, of course, leading up to this moment, everything building up. You guys came through from MRC Season 2. What did you have to do to convince the org of Fury to get back into Marvel Rivals Esports?
Well, when a team like us come along, you know, we had a few offers on the scene, but Fury is a great brand. They gave us the support we needed. And, you know, as a team like that, we just came in with high hopes, good spirits, and we practiced every day, so many long nights working together as a team. And I think just when 6 people and the coach Ashen comes together, you know, great things happen, and you can't underestimate us.
Couldn't agree more. You guys have really proved yourselves here tonight, and I definitely feel like you guys are going to be able to do all of that all over again. But I guess thinking back into the match itself, you know, you guys have been the only team so far to really cook up into the draft phase by banning out that Strange. I've seen, you know, you guys over the last couple of series putting a bit of focus there. Now, what's the mindset behind that for all our folks at home?
To be honest, we just heard that Alcazar was a 2-trick, so we just banned out Strange for him, and that's all it really was. We got Ashen. He's doing all the logistics for us. We've been watching VODs every night. You know, it's a good setup right there. So we have, yeah, the giraffe. There's a lot of thought that goes into it, a lot of review, a lot of behind the scenes work, many cook-ups. Like we talk a lot during the ban phases, getting everything right for the situation. So it's good that Oshi's a pretty small scene, so you can analyze every team pretty well. So we know like who's not good at some things. So it's mainly just like giving us the most advantage that we can get playing into some things. And like even though it didn't work out on the second match too well by banning Strange, it was like it still worked out in the end.
That's a good point. You've been saying you've been analyzing every team, and great for my next question. Who do you have your eye on the most? What team do you feel like is the most threatening to your squad?
Ooh, you know, word on the street is Chopper Mag is the super team, right? And you know, even though they're like not in our bracket or whatever, I think we want to. Kanga was our biggest, like we want to take down Kanga mostly, but you know, we got respect for everyone on the scene. Everyone's a great team. Everyone's got good players. Most of them have good players, so you know, it's all fun. It's all respect around. So I think definitely we want to take down Kanga yesterday very much, but you know, everything from now on is just going to be playing it how it goes.
Absolutely. Well, I think we might leave it there for now. We'll let you go celebrate with your team. Enjoy
Thank
the
you
rest
very
of your
much.
night.
I'll shout out
great time
Billa,
watching
Silver,
it.
Ashen.
Yeah, go
the
for it. Go for it.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I'll shout out
Squad.
Billa, shout out Silver, shout out IX9, Nev, Chan Yong, Ashen, all the subs out there. My mates, Slippery Oshi, Free Him, James Pilcher, everyone out there. So thank you very much, you guys. Great casting. Let's have a good series.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys, very much.
That's on you to put on the games. Appreciate it. Take care.
Guys.
Take care, Nev. Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Put on a show with the Squad of Fury. You too as well. Take care. Have an absolute blessed one. That was awesome. Massey, you had a great interview with Neb. That was absolutely good. But, you know, now it is 8 hearts in the chat. There you go.